Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So I'm going to be doing my own nails in this video, and I also want to show you a brush that I have ordered from Erin, because as you all know, I love her brushes. I've already got quite a few of them. This is one of the very few that I don't have, so I thought I'd show it you on camera because I'm always excited to get a new brush. So this is the Boss It brush, and it looks like this. How stunning is a new brush. So it's very, very similar to the Bestie brush. I actually don't have the Bestie brush anymore on hand to show it to you. When it's back in stock on Erin's website, I will definitely buy it again because I love it. But this is the closest thing to it that she has got available at the moment, so I have bought that. So as you can see, my right hand looks like this. I have infilled it and put this foil design on top, but I don't like it, so I'm going to be doing something different on my left hand. So I've decided I'm going to be going in with the pink hollow dust from Tia's Beauty because I absolutely love it. And then I'm also going to be using the Evol foil gel, which is this one that Sparkle Supplies UK is now a stockist of, so you can get it from there. And then I'm also going to be using this foil here, just on a couple of nails. So this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. And I'm just going to be using that over my apricot builder gel, I think. Oh, now I'm looking at it, I'm not sure. I'm so indecisive, but I definitely don't like my right hand, and it didn't help that I asked my partner if he liked them, and he said that they look like some old curtains, which is really annoying. So I definitely don't like them anymore because he has now just put me off those. So yeah, I just want to find a nice floral foil. Like, I definitely still want floral foil, but I need to find one that goes well with this pink dust because I definitely want the pink dust. So I just need to have a look through my foils and see what matches. So I might as well do this process with you so you can see like how I come to the conclusion of what I'm going to have. So we're just going to have a look through the foils. Let's move the light a little bit so hopefully you can still see the foils and not reflecting too much. But I just wanted to use like a full coverage foil on this video just to show you, just in case you were nervous of trying the foil gel, because everyone knew how amazing Foil Me was, and obviously it's a bit nerve-wracking trying a new one, so I totally get that. So I wanted to use it in a video just so you could see that there's nothing to worry about and it's really, really good and you need to get it. So I definitely want to find something that I need to use foil for, just to use that. And to be honest, I just love foil, so that works well. I was thinking of potentially doing something like with a foil like this on a couple of nails and then some stamping on top maybe. But I'm not 100% sure because I did sort of have my heart set on floral foils. But obviously if I can't find one that matches this pink, what's it called, dust that I'm going with, then I might have to change the plan. To be fair, that seems to go, not sure if you can see, that seems to go quite well, so I'm going to keep that one out as an option. Oh, I like that. I've got that from Divine as well. I just noticed I've got two of that. That's weird. Let's have a quick look. I think I'm going to have like 3 glittery and then 2 foil nails, just to mix it up a little bit. I haven't had glitter nails for, I feel like I haven't had it for ages. I mean, to be honest, I can't remember what my nails look like before the set that I've currently got on, so I don't really think I can really comment, but yeah, I'm just going to say it anyway, just in case I'm right. Right, I think those 2 are the best options to go with this dust, so I'm probably going to go with those. Well, with one of them anyway. That's my type of thing anyway. Yes, I think that's what I'm working with. It's probably the best choice. So let's get rid of my foil folder. So here's the 2 options. This is the dust and what that looks like, and then we've got 2 different, oh gosh, 2 different foils to choose from. So which one am I going to go for? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I think the one on the left goes better, which is sad because I really like the one on the right. Yeah, I think the one on the left goes better, so we're going to go with that. So let me just grab the products that I need. So first things first, I am rubbish at remembering to film things, so I actually did prep my nails ready for this video without realising that that's what I was doing at the time. So they're all like prepped completely and ready for gel application basically, because I did it all off camera, so apologies for that, but I do have videos on my channel that do include prep, so definitely have a look out for those if you want to see it. So I'm just going to find something to rest on. Let's just get this like that. I think that'll work. So first things first, I need to base coat. So let me just move all this stuff out of the way that is everywhere. And I'm going to pop my base coat on. So I'm going to use the first base from Gel Perfection. It is a 2-in-1 base coat, so you don't need any primer. I have noticed a couple of times that people have commented on my gel application videos saying, oh, you haven't used primer, and that is wise, because my brand doesn't require it. So obviously it's a step that you don't need to do. So I'm just going to apply my base coat all over the nails. I don't know why I've started with the middle nail, it's a bit random, but there you go. Making sure to cap the free edge and make sure that the base coat is everywhere, because this is going to really help our builder gel application, is if the base coat is perfect, because everywhere that the base coat is, the builder gel will naturally flow to. So it'll be really helpful to get that base coat exactly how we want it. So I've done that. I'm just going to do that on every other nail. Obviously it's the same process, and then I'll come back here for the builder gel application. Okay, so I'm going to do my builder gel application now, and again I'm probably only going to do it like on 1 or 2 nails, like just to show you what I do. I'll continue with the other ones off camera just so it doesn't end up too long and repetitive. So basically, first things first, I get some builder gel on my brush. I apply it to the whole nail. To be honest, I don't go too close to the sidewalls or cuticle area with the bottle brush. Mainly just because obviously it's quite large and bulky. The bottle that I'm using is quite full, so it's very difficult to get a minimal product on there. So I do just tend to apply it with the bottle brush as close as I can, and then I will go in with a detailer brush, which is what I use my Bestie brush for, just to bring that right up to the sidewalls and cuticle area, getting it as close as possible without actually touching. And then once I'm happy with where that is up to, I will then apply a little bit more builder gel, and then that will naturally just flow to where I have put that up to. And to be fair, with this builder gel, I don't really have to do a hell of a lot with it. It's quite good at self-leveling. So once I've made sure that it's right up to the sidewalls and free edge, I'm not worried about like the thickness or anything like that at this point. Literally just making sure that it is up to where I want it. I'll then get a little bit more on my brush. So this is just an infill, so I don't need a huge amount. So I'm just going to pop a little blob at the cuticle area, and then I'm just going to pull it down like so, and you will literally be able to see it naturally just floating to where I want it. So I'm just going to use my nail art brush again to just pull that to the places that I need it, and then I have way more like what's it called, control over where it goes to and how thick it is in every area, and I can make sure that I get it exactly how I want it. But it's super easy. This is a beautiful builder gel to work with, and as usual, this is the Diamond Glitters Gel Perfection Builder Gel. This shade is called Apricot. It's been very popular for me lately because to be fair, I only bought it because blush was out of stock. And it turns out that my clients love this as well, so I'll definitely be stocking both of them. So once I've done that, I'm then just going to make sure that it's all exactly where I want it. I've given it a second to just move around by itself, and then I will have a look at it from all angles. So I'm just looking from the side now to make sure I've got a nice apex. The screen is so dark, I don't know why. But yeah, it's just to make sure I've got a nice apex. I'm not going to hold it there too long, else obviously it will start to fall to that side. But then basically as soon as I'm happy, I'm going to pop it into the lamp. I either pop it in the lamp for a full cure. if I'm doing somebody else's nail, and then we'll do a nail on the other hand, and then just keep swapping backwards and forwards and stuff, especially if it's warm outside and in my room, because when it's warm obviously the gel is runnier, so it's much easier to do one at a time instead of having to keep cleaning up one that has dribbled everywhere. So when it's my own nails, I will flash cure. So I pop this into the lamp for like 20 seconds, and then I'll do the next nail and the next one, and then what after that, and all that sort of thing. And at the very end, I'll make sure that I will fully cure all the nails. I do the thumb separate as well to make sure that it's fully cured. So I'll do one more on camera. Now this one is flash cured. So we're going to do this middle one. So again, I'm just getting some product on there. First things first. Running that down the length of the nail. Again, getting as close to the sidewalls and cuticle area as I can, but not worrying too much about like getting it right up, because again, I will go in with my nail art brush and it'll be much easier. I am going to pop a little bit more bulk on this free edge of this one, mainly just because I have accidentally filed it, so it's really, really thin and definitely needs a bit of help. And then once I've done that, I'm then just going to do what I did before, go right up to the sidewalls and cuticle area with it. Go exactly where I want it, as close as possible. If I do touch my skin, obviously I'm trying my best not to, but if I do by accident, I just make sure to remove it before I go in with my next bead that's going to be a bit thicker. Because if I get a little bit on my skin now, the next bit that I apply is going to just automatically flow there too, and we don't want that. So once I've done that process of getting it exactly where I want it and creating that outline, I will then get some more on my brush again. Like I said, I am adding a little bit more in this area because I've accidentally filed some away. You can't really see it now because I've applied some already, but I e-filed it by accident, so it is a little bit thinner. So just made sure I've got a bit more there. And then again, I'm just going to apply a little blob at this cuticle area, and then down the middle, and then I'm going to just move it around a little bit to get it exactly where I want it. My application is different for infills than it is for a full set, but I struggle to film any full sets because it's very rare that I do them, because all of my clients have already got builder gel on and they all just have infills, so it's tricky for me to film one. But if I remember, whenever I haven't got any booked in at the moment, but if I do get anyone booked in for a full set, I will hopefully remember to film it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've probably got one already on my channel anyway, but I'm not sure. I have to have a look. But then again, I'm looking from all angles to make sure that it is everywhere I need it and that the thickness is correct all over the nail. And I've got my apex. I'm just going to pull that down a little bit just to even it out there. Make sure it's even on both sides, and then I look from this angle to make sure that it's even on both sides as well. I've got a little bit of thickness on this side, so I'm just going to use my brush just to float that upwards. And then just to finish this one off, because it is a larger nail and there is a little bit more product on here, I'm just going to flip my finger upside down, leave it there for about 5 seconds, and then I'm going to pop it into the lamp for 20 seconds again so I can do the other nails. So I'm going to quickly do those other ones off camera, and then I'll come back here when we're ready to design. So here they are all done. The ring finger looks a little bit more clear than the rest, and that's just because my natural nail is not behind it. You can see it's just there. All my other nails are my own. Just that one broke, so I had to fix it. I'm pretty sure I did it in a video, so you can see it there. So I don't usually, as a rule, refine builder gel nails, but I am going to refine mine just because I didn't do a particularly good job of it, I'm not going to lie. This ring finger looks dreadful, so I am just going to give them a really quick go over. So I'm just going to wipe them first things first with a lint-free wipe, aka cut up wax strip. I'm just going to use some isopropyl alcohol. And first things first, I'm just getting the tacky layer off the nails, making sure to not like push the tacky layer back into my skin, so I am pulling it downwards, just getting off all that tackiness. And then once I've done that, I am just going to quickly refine. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a nail file, I'm going to refine my sidewalls and get my, what's it called back? My shape. Because I lost that during the builder gel application process, especially on this one. And then I'm literally just going to go over, I'm not actually reshaping them or like sorting out the, what's it, or anything like the shape of them or thickness or apex or anything like that. I'm literally just making sure that I am roughening, I don't know. I'm basically just making the surface rough is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do this on all nails. I obviously am making sure to keep checking from different angles and things to make sure that it is still nice and like how it's supposed to be, because I make sure when I apply my builder gel, and that's why I use the nail art brush as well. Sorry, I know you can't see me, but that is why I use the nail art brush as well to refine. It's like it just helps to get the definition and how you want it exactly, so then it prevents having to do this like with a file as much sort of thing. Like now I'm literally able to just make the surface rough without having to file it all to perfect shape and things, because the shape itself is fine. I just wanted to get rid of that little bulky bit on the left hand side of this nail. So the other ones don't even need reshaping or anything like that. I'm just going to give them a quick buff over and then we can come back and do the design. Okay, once I've done that, this is what they're looking like now. Magical. So I'm going to apply my, what's it called first? My dust. I'm literally just going to be applying it over base coat. I usually do it over a colour, but I basically just like cutting corners because it's my own nails, and to be fair I really love this apricot colour anyway, so it really doesn't matter about putting it over this. The dusts themselves obviously very pigmented, so it will look pink no matter what I put over the top over. So I'm just going to place it on some base coat over the top of this coloured builder gel. I'm just applying that to the whole nail. I've got a little bit there. I'm just going to make sure I get rid of that before it goes into the lamp. So I'm applying this to my, what's it called? Middle finger. That's what it's called. My middle finger, my pinky nail and my thumb nail. They're all going to have the dust on them. And then I'm going to put the foil on the other two just to break it up. So we're literally just doing it like every other nail. So I'm just going to put some on my thumb as well. Would help if the bottle had enough in it. Base coat is a really good like way of sticking down the foil, oh my gosh, I can't get my words out in this video, I really can't. But it's a really good way of sticking down these hollow dusts, because obviously base coat naturally acts as like a double-sided sticky tape. So if you're, typically when I apply it over a colour, I will cure the colour for half the time so it still has a tacky layer. Obviously if your gel polishes have a natural, really like tacky layer anyway, you don't need to worry about like curing it for half or putting base coat over or anything like that. But if it doesn't have a very tacky layer, then this is a great idea. You can either base coat and then apply it on top of that, or you can half cure your gel polish to give it that tack and then apply your dust and then fully top coat and then fully cure after. Just make sure that by the end of it you have fully cured it. So I'm just curing this for 30 seconds because that is how long this base coat requires to be cured for. I'm doing this now instead of in a second, like after the foil application, because I don't want any of the glitter to stick anywhere that I don't want it. So I'm going to do the glitter application on the 3 nails that I'm having the glitter, and then it won't be in the way of the other 3 nails when it comes to doing those. So I'm going to do the application of the glitter over the top of this kitchen roll, just so I don't make a complete mess that I can't clean up very easily. So I'm just getting my tubby glitter brush from Tia's Beauty, and then I'm just going to use that to apply my dust. So I'm just tapping that on, making sure there's enough on my brush, because if you keep tapping the same area of the nail with a brush that hasn't got any glitter on it, you're going to accidentally remove your tacky layer, and obviously there's not going to be anything left for your glitter to actually stick to. So you want to make sure that you've got plenty on your brush to stick all over the nail, and then I'm brushing off any excess, and at the same time that process is basically burnishing the glitter into the nail as well. This glitter is absolutely beautiful. I love these dusts, they're all stunning. But this one is just, I don't know why, but it just seems that little bit, tiny bit shinier than the rest. I don't know if that's true or whether it's just my mind playing tricks on me, but it is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to dust off the excess with a fluffy brush first. Have missed the very free edge of this one, so I'm just going to cover that. Perfect. And then again, just going to dust off all the excess, have a little tidy up, and then I'll come back here for the next step. Okay, so all I've done off camera real quickly is I've just used my nail file, literally just like this, to go around the side walls of the dust. This removes it from the very free edge of the nails. I've done that on all of them. So then when I top coat and cap, it's going to really seal it in. I also do that for chrome application as well, so that's just a little tip. So next up, I'm going to do the next step for all of them. So the next step for all of them is I'm going to pop a coat of base coat over the glittery nails, because I like to double coat things like this, like dusts, pigments, chromes, anything like that. I will double coat, so I will base coat and then top coat. That is only because I don't actually have a top coat that has a tacky layer. If you have got a tacky top coat, then use that and then top coat again on top. But if you're like me and you don't have one, then I just go in with, what's it called? With base coat, because it's obviously easier and you don't need a whole separate product just to do this step, because most people are going to have base coat anyway. So I'm just going over the top with my base coat. I do make sure that I do use a base coat that I'm not really bothered about getting product in though, to be fair, because not ideal when you come to do someone's base coat and you've got pieces of glitter everywhere. And then I'm just going to do my thumb, and then I'm also going to apply my foil gel to the other two nails, so that can be in the lamp at the same time as this coat, and then I'll be ready to top coat all of them at the same time. I would typically on a client double top coat foil as well, but I won't be on my nails just because I'm lazy and I change them too often to worry about things like that. You're probably thinking, well, why are you doing it for the glitter then? But that's just because it works well with how many steps I've got to do anyway, so it's fine. So this is what they're looking like. Let's zoom out. I'm not sure why it's quite that zoomed in. So like I said, I'm going to be using the Evol foil gel just to show you how fab it actually is. So I'm just going to paint an even coat of that over both the nails I'm going to be applying my gel to, and I am making sure that they're nice and even. I don't want any areas really thick and I don't want any areas really thin, because if it's too thin, it's likely that it's not going to be thick enough to cure properly, because even though it's thin and you'll think, oh well, that's good because it'll cure well, it'll cure too well and you won't get that tacky sort of layer that you need from a foil gel. So make sure that it's just nice, not thick, not really thin, just in between is perfect. Oh gosh, let me just get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Make sure it's nice and even. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going to do the ring finger as well. Again, making sure it's nice and even. So if it's too thick, it'll be basically wet when it comes out of the lamp and it won't have cured properly at all, which is obviously also not what we want. So you really need to make sure it's even coverage over the whole nail, and anywhere that doesn't have foil gel, of course, is not going to have any foil stick to it. So you want to make sure you cover the whole nail if you're going for a full foil. So once I've done that, I'm going to pop that in the lamp for a full 60 seconds. I'm going to make sure that I've got my foil ready for when it comes out. This foil is from Divine Nails and Beauty. It is beautiful. I absolutely love floral foils, as you all know probably by now. So definitely worth grabbing this one. I can't remember what box it came in, but they've got a lot of foil, so definitely worth having a look. And I do also have a discount code in the description box for 10% off that company as well, which is a bonus. But this is the one that I'm going to be using. I know I look like I'm doing this really weirdly, but it's because I'm doing it with one hand. But this is one that I'm going to use because I feel like this is going to go with the pink glitter the best. And it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to go in with that. I think. I'll figure out which parts I want to use and stuff when this nail is out of the lamp. So nail's out of the lamp, and I'm just going to find out which area I want to put onto my nail, which is the tricky part. I don't know that I have like a lot of flour on the ring finger, so I'm going to place that there, and then I'm just going to go down the middle first of all and just press that down, make sure it's really stuck, and then I'm going to go down the sides as well. I'm going to go down both sides. I'm just making sure to put pressure over the whole foil, like everywhere it comes in contact with my nail, I want to put pressure on it basically. That is what is going to make it transfer. And then I'm not going to get ahead of myself and just whip it off. I'm going to be really careful and slow about it, because then if there is any bits that are not stuck, I can just place it back down and get them stuck basically. So I'm going to peel it back in slow motion, and I'm going to look at this bit here. This is where I'm looking to see if there's any bits that are not clear, because if it's not clear, it means it's not stuck. And then I'm just placing it straight back down to see if I can get those areas stuck. And then when I pick it up a second time, it should be stuck, that one. Lining up that little tiny bit there. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. It is beautiful, but it doesn't go with this pink dust at all. So I think I'm going to take that off, I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what I want to do with my nails. This is my problem. I might just leave it on just for the sake of not having to mess about with it as well. Again, to be honest. I'm not sure, because it is really pretty. I do really like that foil. Oh, what should I do? Okay, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I've decided I actually really like the foil, but I don't like... I've decided that I like the foil more than I like the dust. So I'm going to take the dust off, but we're going to carry on with the foil anyway, because I definitely want that. So I'm just going to find what I want next on this other nail. So I think I'm going to go in with, just seeing which area of it that I want. Let's flip it around. I might have a lighter one, because I've got a light one and dark on there. So I think if I go with about here, I'll get a bit of both, but it's not going to cover like the whole nail, if that makes sense. So I'm going with this, because then we've got a bit of that apricot colour shining through, because I really do like the apricot, which is a good job, because I've decided that I'm going to take off the, what's it called? What is it called? Dust. I'm going to take the dust off, and I'm just going to have the apricot builder gel, I think. I might put like a glittery top pinky colour on the apricot builder gel, but I'll take this off camera just so it's quicker, and then I'll show you obviously what I end up doing at the end. But I really like this foil, and that was the aim of this video, was to use the Evol foil gel, so I feel like at least I accomplished something. I don't think I applied it down there very well. Oh, it's stuck now, it's fine. So that's what I mean about peeling it back and then putting it back down and sticking it down again. It's the best way to do it. I just feel like I have a bit more control that way. There we go. Oh, that is so pretty. Right, I'm just going to quickly take off this dust off the other 3 nails. Okay, so I've got that off, and I've decided on a coat of Hot Lips gel polish from Gel Perfection. So I'm just going to pop that straight on, because I still want something like a little bit glittery, but nothing too crazy, like not quite as hollow. Well, not quite as hollow, but not quite as like out there as those hollow ones, because I don't know, I feel like 1, they didn't go like colour wise, and 2, I feel like I want the foil to be the centre of attention. I think that was the thing. So I am literally just applying a coat of this to those, just 1 coat as well, like I want it nice and just subtle, just like that, I think. Yeah. So I'm just going to make it nice and subtle, nice thin coat on those 3 remaining nails that don't have any foil on, and then I will top coat the 2 foil nails and show you what they look like when I'm finished. So here is what they look like. Let's zoom in a little bit. Obviously they're really dry. I need to put some cuticle oil on, but I don't have any to hand, so I can't put it on just yet. I've also got glitter absolutely everywhere, but let's just dust that off as well as I can for now. But yeah, this is what they look like. I'm really pleased with how they turned out actually. I ended up doing 2 coats of the pink because I actually just thought it turned out quite cute. So I just went with 2 coats of it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit all over the place, but I just thought I'd leave in like the fact that not everything goes perfectly. So I just thought I'd leave that in because then you can see that even I have nightmare days with my own nails specifically majority of the time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for always being supportive and all the comments and everything that I've gotten recently. I'm very lucky to have such kind subscribers. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll be back really soon with another video. Bye.